instead. Where is the harmony, sweet harmony? 'Cause each time I feel it slipping away, just makes me wanna cry. What's so funny about this love and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about this love and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about this love and understanding?
Pete, are you on mute? Okay, we're not hearing Pete at the moment, but in the meantime, on here's Steve Perry.
Wait, what happened to voice meter? Hello? All hail? Oh my God, dude! I'm going back to the GoFundMe for the Porsche. All right, we're gonna start a GoFundMe next week. I'm gonna write up some BS thing that I don't know, whatever, but it's for the Porsche. Porsche GoFundMe. Here we go. All right, we're back. We started the show with a bumpy road. Don't you worry, it's live radio. I am here to save the day. Actually, Dave's here to save the day. We are back here on the Clem in the PM Friday edition. Elvis Costello started us off. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? I thought it was the perfect song to start us off here with what's going on the other part of the world. It's 3:20. Let's take a break and we'll rejoin in Clemville on smoother surfaces. All hail, all hail. Be right back.
It's great music that doesn't get in the way of work. AM 700 WR and WR. The home is one of the largest ever make in a lifetime. Not sure how much money to put down, what budget to set for buying a home, how to pre-qualify for your mortgage. Join Ann Zylingold every Thursday at 7 on Mortgage Matters, where Ann will answer your questions, give you tips about the mortgage process. Zylingold is Vice President of FM Home Loans and has over 27 years' experience specializing in residential mortgages. Don't miss the show every Thursday morning at 7:15. Right here on WRCR AM 1700, radio unscripted, WRCR.com. Visit Ann at her website, annzynagold.com, or call 354-9700. That's 354-9700.
On to see the
Hate fake, and all that social media. People don't know how to communicate anymore. Text me.
NWR.
Now let's take a look at the road with Hudson Valley traffic.
One trouble spot we've got. Traffic is
Always available. Day or night when you want the weather. Website at RCR.
And the current temperature. 8.
Alrighty, we are back here in Clemville on WRCR, your hometown radio station. A little bumpy start, but nonetheless, we are here. It's going to get cold this evening. The roads are going to freeze up. So please, if you're going out, be careful. I have to pay respect to my man E.J. Tierney, who was right now over in New City at Higgins, 2 to 4. People paying their last respects to a great man, and 7 to 9 once again. So that's where I'll be, and hopefully the roads aren't going to be too bad. Right to New City and back. But definitely saddened to say goodbye to a great man. Spoke about him the other day, and got nothing but good memories with EJ. So we'll be there in a little bit. All right, we are back here on WRCR AM 1700 tonight, I believe. 6 to 8, the Doo-Wop Dream Machine. I haven't heard anything otherwise, so let's expect Bryan Avenue Bob and Wilson Avenue Jeff. Between 6 to 8, if anything changes, we will let you know. But like I said, with the dip in temperature and the roads being wet, there's a chance it could be icy. The roads were horrible this morning. I had to run out, do a couple things, and they were bad all over. Saw a couple of people, unfortunately, in accidents. Cars totaled. Looked like everybody was okay, though. Bad accident on the thruway. Truck just mangled the front of the whole car. I mean, the whole engine, like everything was just mashed, gone. Goodbye. The rest of the car looked good, though. I mean, if you needed 3/4 of a car, that was definitely, the car to get. But, the engine and everything else was just crushed. And the big truck just had a little damage to the back. I guess the car slid and whacked the big truck, and that was that. But again, no bodily injury. Just be careful if you're navigating these roads as temperature dips this evening. It's supposed to be a nice weekend. Next week, we're going to have a few days in the 40s, possible 50s. So one more day closer till spring when this is all behind us. I do have my robe on. Like I said, after the show, I got to get my suit on, my wake suit. I only have one suit because I don't, I have a black suit. That's it. And I take it out on occasions like this. So I figured I'd showered, put my robe on. Nobody really watches the YouTube anyway. I mean, was it 6 people tuning in? So I got my robe on, no big deal. But what's going on in the world is a big deal. Over in Ukraine, sad to see what's happening as Vladimir Putin. What can I say? I think he's done something horrible. He feels as if he's, what is he, peacekeeping? He's keeping the peace by blowing up the country. We all know what he wants to do, and it's horrible. People losing their lives. But I will say this, the Ukrainians will not just bend over backwards and give up. They're just going to lay down and say, all right, come on in and take over. They are giving it their best. Undermanned, actually, they have probably just as many troops, but when it comes to everything else, they are just overpowered. But we are hearing stories of how they are fighting, honoring their country. They're basically knowingly probably going to be annihilated, die, killed. But it seems as if they're going out fighting, giving it everything they can, and much respect. Like Vitaly Klitschko, remember him, the world champion boxer? Him and his brother, the Klitschko brothers. You talk about athletes being like warriors or real heroes. I get caught up in that too. I'm like, if I see an MMA fight, I'm like, oh, those guys are warriors. Wow. We used to have this show on Sirius, and I'm sure thousands of times we refer to the fighters as, those are warriors. They get into the cage, and they're real warriors. But the fact of the matter, they're just fighters. They're crazy people. They're fighters. The true warriors are the men and women, especially the ones over now in Ukraine. Those are the warriors that are fighting for their country. Don't want to just give up to a madman. And Vladimir Klitschko, who's been the mayor of Kyiv since 2014, he's ready to go on the front line and die for his country. His brother Vladimir, he's in the military service as well. These guys could literally be side by side, giving it their last final breath. And those are true heroes. Those are true heroes, true warriors. I'm just disheartened by what's going on, like I'm sure a lot of us are. I'm not getting caught up although I do have my opinion, I'm not getting caught up on it. I'll express my opinion. I do believe they see weakness. Vladimir Putin sees weakness in our president. I think Steve disagreed with me last night over a couple of drinks. We went out. He was a big winner, $4 up at Rick's. He disagreed with me. I said Biden is showing signs of weakness. I believe his speech the other day looked like he was cowering. Steve felt otherwise. See, I mean, and I have a friend on Facebook. He was posting how it goes back to Trump, and he sees Biden as this strong leader, and I don't know. I laugh at that. I really think that Biden is a weak leader. But again, I'm not going to go too deep into that. I just feel that's the case, and Putin's testing his boundaries, and we'll see if China, if China follows his lead, like Swami Tommy called in this morning, saying that they may invade Taiwan. We'll have to see. If they do, obviously, it'll seem as if they're pressing our leader to see what he'll do, as well as the world in itself, the global world in itself. Which it's a tough situation with Ukraine. I mean, do we want to send our men and women over there for what? I mean, for their democracy, we have to give our lives, our young men and women's lives. I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that. But we have to keep a close eye on this madman. This is tyranny. If he goes to Ukraine, he may continue the takeover elsewhere. So if he does, instantaneously we just have to blow him. Us, France, Britain, Portugal, Italy, Israel, Germany, Haiti, whoever, just all at once, overnight, just bomb, eliminate Russia. What once was Russia is this crater in the ground. The moment he attacks elsewhere, to keep Ukraine, it looks like we're just going to let it happen. Let it be. It is what it is. We've gave them billions and billions of our dollars while we have homeless people, veterans sleeping on the streets. We're sitting giving them billions of dollars to defend themselves when they just they're going to get, although I do applaud them. I hate to see, we have people here in the United States homeless, hungry, and we're financially feeding a country, giving them military supplies, manpower, knowledge, teaching. For what? But anyway, that's my little blurb on the situation. I'm not going to get too political. I just think that we have to obviously, and this isn't a statement of a genius here, but we do have to keep a close eye on Putin and his next moves. See what's going on. Could be World War III. It could be another obviously it's the start of a Cold War. But I'd hate, I along with I'm sure all you listening out there would hate to see World War III start up. So we'll just pray. Sit back and pray. We pray a lot. We pray for a lot of things. We still pray for Yuri, all right? Steve had his feelings. He conveyed them, shared a story with me, which I won't share. But, we continue to pray for Uri, but we pray for world peace. Peace, love, and understanding. Hence, Elvis Costello starting us off on the bumpy road, but still starting us off. I don't want to see Ukrainians get killed, but I most certainly more so don't want to see Americans get killed. So it seems that possibly Russia, in the intermittence of barging through Ukraine, blowing everything up left and right, this lady, oh my God, she's burnt. I'm not even going to get this. Oh my God, I'm dealing with this lady who I called her for an outstanding bill for December. It's a complex we take care of. I won't say the name. She just texted me, Pete, did you call me last week about an outstanding bill? Yes, we spoke twice. Are you drinking, on drugs? Like, what is the story here? Oh my God. Anyway, world peace, let's pray for it. If you have any relatives, family, Ukraine, and obviously this is very tough times. You can't get through. There's no internet. You're left wondering. It's got to be scary times. So we pray. We all pray. That's all we can do is pray. When you have a madman on a leash over there, well, what else can you do? On the loose, Putin. I know Canada and other nations are going to be greatly affected by all this. Even us. There's no doubt about it. I don't know if sanctions are going to affect Russia, but I guess what else can you do at this point? Do you think that they're trying to send some secret agents to just kill this madman? Is that possible? Could Israel be doing that? Sending some undercover mercenaries to rub this guy out? I don't know. It's just a very strange situation. This world, it just seems to be getting crazier and crazier and worse and tense and more tense. At least the COVID numbers are going down. When COVID numbers going down, now we have World War III to worry about. Everybody let's bring back COVID, right? Putin, take a chill pill and let's bring back COVID because it's starting to get really crazy. I got to call this lady during the break. Her message it's like annoying me. How could she send me this message? Did we talk? I call? Of course I called you. I left you. I texted you. I called you twice. We spoke twice. Did you? I called. I'm gonna listen to myself rant. Saturday, 1 to 3. Talk about a man rant. Lou Young. Tune in 1 to 3. Tough times. These are tough times. I don't know. Is Lou Young going to talk about the stuff going on in Ukraine? Can you say Ukraine? Can you say Russia? I don't know. I got to tune in Saturday and see. Are we banned? What are we banned from saying this week? What's the talk about this week? I liked the little commercial you guys were running.
Yeah, we're doing something on nuclear power.
Nuclear power. Maybe that might segue into nuclear power. Russia. Ukraine gave up their nuclear power several years ago, and look what it got them. All right, so I think it's as every Saturday is a must tune in. I think this really is a double must tune in. Tough times, Lou Young, nuclear power. What better time to talk about it than currently the situation that's going on overseas, which, by the way, is scary. Although it's not, it's not like we're in the war where, troops are on the ground. But at any given time, you don't know what could happen. So just pray. Constantly pray for world peace. Peace, love, and understanding. Hopefully they can start to talk, get some negotiations. Give up a piece of Ukraine. Maybe save a little sliver for the Ukrainians, that want to be democratic, and 80% of it can go back to the USSR. Whatever they got to do to avoid a bigger catastrophe than, 60, 70 lives, I think, already lost between the men who fought valiantly and bravely against battleships who said, put your arms down. And they said, take your ship, take your ship and get out of here. Next thing you know, the ship just blew up the whole island and there was 40 dead guys, Ukrainians, just like that. But like I said, much respect. They'd rather fight with their sword than lay down and just get trampled over. All right, 3:40. We shall leave the Ukrainian stuff if, in fact, you have anything to say about it. 845-429-1700. Clem and the PM. We'll be right back.
Pull up a chair or a cubicle and spend some time with us. We're AM 1700 WRCR and WRCR.com.
When winter storms hit, WRCR is your total information source.
Delays, postponements, and
Frequently updated weather forecast from our exclusive meteorologist, Mark Hannick.
direct reports from road crews who are out there making it travel.
They'll tell you which roads are passable or whether it's advisable to just stay put.
Total team effort, and we win.
So stay right here throughout the winter.
AM 1700 WRCR and WRCR.com.
Your total winter weather information source.
Now let's take a look at the roads with Hudson Valley traffic.
Quite a few spots out there. Careful, we have a 35 mile per hour restriction. Also, select 190 across the Cliff Bridge and salt trucks for directions. Crash moving shoulder. Double clouds and working now. A car broke down on 4 South just after Daytona. And Tom Rogers, a picture.
Weather information always available. Right, when you want the weather, website, WRCR.
And the current temperature is 38.
Alrighty, we are back. I don't know what's going on. I can barely hear the feed coming from RCR. I got to use every ounce of like ear squint. I'm like squinting. You know, like you squint your eyes like from the sun. I'm squinting my ears. I'm like pressurizing them to get anything, any sort of sound to let me know when to start. This is live radio. Yes.
Yeah, we've got Bryant Avenue Bob on the line.
I hear Kevin fine. Let's hope I can hear Bryant Avenue Bob good. What's going on, buddy?
Hi, hiya, Pete. First of all, I'm the last guy in the world that ever talks politics. It's not my thing, not what I do. I keep my thoughts and stuff to myself. All right, but what is going on in the Ukraine with Russia and everything like that is really, really, really horrible. And it's I was born in 1941, but history, all through the years and everything, I've learned about another animal named Hitler who did the same type of thing. And this is just what this guy is doing. He's starting in with invading one country, and I don't really think it's going to stop here. But the thing, my thought is this: what can you do about it? We're not talking about back in the 40s when you bombed and you had it took time to get where you're going and drop the bombs and everything. This guy is a nut enough. He's capable. Remember, they have these ballistic missiles which can travel, hit New York City, hit any place they want to hit. So you got to be very cautious with that type of. I mean, what do you do? I mean, how do you reply to this? What can you do? And the other thing too is you talked about in Biden and the White House and stuff like that. Okay, I don't really have confidence in Biden. The fact that I really think that when I watch him and I see him make a speech or whatever he does, I feel like it's all contrived. That everything he says is being told to him what to say. I really don't have confidence. That's just my take on things.
No, I agree with you 100%. Yeah, what I don't agree with is like Trump and some other Republicans acknowledging Putin in a positive way, and even putting down our president. I mean, that's bad in itself, but to acknowledge Putin in a positive way and saying, this guy's a genius, he's smart, that's not cool either. But I don't have any faith in our president, and I'm disheartened to say that. I would like to say I do, but I believe it's all contrived as well, all written up. There's somebody behind the scenes who's really controlling it.
Yeah, and I mean, how could you say anything positive about the Putin? How can you say he's brilliant? How is he invading a country of innocent, killing innocent? What's he afraid of? What does he think they're going to do? Attack him because they want to be free? That's not good for him. Doesn't make sense, And I honestly, I don't see Biden lasting 4 years as president. I worry every time I see him. God bless him. I hope he does. I mean, but I just.
Hey, Pete.
Yeah.
We've got Gracie on the line.
All right. Well, we'll get a little more political. I know you don't want to get political, but sometimes Gracie does. Hey, the show's on tonight. You're out. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, you just died out complete. Now I can barely hear you. Anyway, let me let you go. You're on tonight. Drive safe, okay? Be careful out there. We'll tune in 6 to 8. All the love. Bryan Avenue, Bob. All right. Hopefully I can hear Gracie. Gracie, golly, man, it sums up. You're like, it's too low for me to hear. I'm sure the listening audience hears you, but I want to hear what you have to say. Hold on. All right, Gracie. Damn, it got worse. All right, say what you want to say, Gracie. Unfortunately, I can't hear you. What I'm going to do is try to listen. I have a plan. Hold on, Gracie. I have a plan. I'm going to listen. Gracie, speak. Whatever. Speak your mind. Kev. Okay, probably can't. I hear Kevin now. Is Gracie talking?
Yeah.
Gracie, listen, I'm going to do this, Gracie. At the 4 o'clock, we're going to reboot, and hopefully we could solve this issue, because I don't want you to, I want to be able to hear you. We'll talk about this in the second hour as well, all right? So, Gracie, I'm going to let you go for now. I apologize. I could barely hear Brian Avenue Bob at the end of his call. I'm not sure what's going on. Probably the weather related, maybe some frost on the wires. But, oh, you're back. I hear you. I hear you.
Okay. No. They have
You don't go gung ho. All right. All right, Gracie. Listen, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I agree with you as well. I just, like Brian Avenue Bob said, what are we going to do? I mean, what can we really do? The guy's a nut. We have to keep an eye on him.
done. You haven't done. I don't want them cannon fodder. I'm afraid of their
Yeah, cyber attacks. We got guys like Dave, though. Yeah, we're smarter. All right. I know. It is. I'll see you later. You know, we need to send. There's only one person. I mean, I know people posting on Facebook. There's things about Trump. Trump will save the world. We need Rocky back here. We got to send Rocky over to USSR, training in the woods, take Putin one-on-one in a cage match, settle the score. That's what we need. We need to fly Rocky over there right away on Air Force One. So, no joke. I mean, this is a crazy time, but I don't want to get too much. That's not my thing either. You know, politics ain't my thing. Sad situation, madman on the loose. But we got other things here I want to talk about. All right, as we wind down to the 4 o'clock, I will once again remind you, WRCR being your hometown radio station should be the place where you advertise. I've been perplexed for the last several years as I've heard West Rock and Beckerly's advertising on another station over the bridge. And I oft wondered to myself. So finally, I had to reach out. And I made contact with West Rock, and I spoke to them. And, they actually sold me my pool. I actually got a call yesterday. They want to sign up and give it a run. Because the station across the water can't do it like I'm going to do it for West Rock. Come on now. Please, you got to give it that personal attention. I have experience with them. And today I was at Beckley's. I was talking to the couple of guys at the local one. I said, listen, I got to hit up Larry again in Spring Valley, talk to him. They said, yeah, here's his email. So I got to approach him again. See what the deal is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, WRCR, your hometown radio station. Thousands of people tuning in throughout the day. The morning show, all the specialty shows. Obviously here in the afternoon. In the evening, Bryan Avenue Bob's show. I mean, he has such a loyal following in himself. Lou Young bringing in a new listenership. New pack of listeners. So if you're in business, consider utilizing your ally here at WRCR. We talk about allies. WRCR is your ally, is your friend in business. Can help you turn that business into a brand, can help you get it out to a large listening and loyal audience. I'll throw in there as well. All right, so Kerry, Kerry at WRCR.com for all your advertising questions. It's not just a cookie cutter approach here. Things can be specialized to fit your budget and to fit your particular business, your particular, product. Man, I had such a good time with Steve last night, really. It's sad. It's going to be like, what? How long is Lent? 6 weeks? 6 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever. However long it is, it's long. You got to give up something, you really love still. Steve, as always, giving up the suds. So, we're going to, we're not going to see each other for however long. But, last night we went out in style. Good times. Always good times over there at Rick's. They got good food, good drinks, great atmosphere. We were talking about that, how the atmosphere has changed with the new ownership. It's kind of, again, Steve disagreed with me. He was always going there with Milton and whatnot. I just thought the old owners had too much. They were kind of dried. It's just got to a point where just going through the motions, unlocking the door, locking the door, not really giving it that TLC, tender love and care that it needed. But the new owners have. And Rick's, I'll tell you, it's a great place. But good times last night with the legend Steve Purcell. Who's he's got? I'm not going to reveal what he's working on. He's working on something. He's got a project that he's working on, along with his clocks and everything else he does. But, in time, you'll know. Hopefully sooner than later. I mean, he gave me some projected timetable of, what he's working on. I'm like, man, that's a long time. But, hey, he knows better than me. All right, 4 o'clock. First hour's over. It's Friday. We are getting ready for the weekend. We shall be back. Wilbur. All hail Wilbur. All hail Kathy, the queen, checking in. I didn't even see that. Burn, yes. Burn, Kathy, yes. All hail the king. Be right back.
AM 1700 WRCR, Haverstraw.
Are you self-motivated, creative, and persistent? WRCR is seeking sales account executives to help bring in new clients and create successful radio campaigns and digital promotions on a commission-only basis with excellent earning potential. If you're interested in joining our sales team, please email me, Kerry, Kerry, at WRCR.com. And hey, college students, this is a great opportunity to gain sales experience in the exciting world of radio.
You remember the days when you could turn on your radio and hear songs like this? Well, they're back. Hi, everybody. This is Bryant Avenue Bob Trevero, and I'll be hosting the Do-Up Dream Machine Show this Friday and every Friday night from 6 to 8 p.m. right here on WRCR 1700 AM and streaming live on WRCR.com. I'll play songs like this that you know and love and introduce you to songs you've never heard. But once you do, you'll get to know and love them as well. I'll take your telephone calls, dedications, and song requests. You say it, and I'll play it. I'll be brought to you by Rick's Club American in Congers, New York. So join me this Friday and every Friday night from 6 to 8 p.m. for the Do-Up Dream Machine Show right here on WRCR.
Hello, Hudson Valley. It's Friday, February 25th, 2022. I'm Jeff Lewis with your WRCR News. Not much snow fell overnight, but we got plenty of sleet, resulting in icy road conditions this morning, particularly on the secondary and side roads. Rockland Highway Superintendent Skip Fazzetti says the combination of snow and sleet is making for icy road conditions that the state, county, and local highway departments are taking care of. But he adds that for now, if you can avoid driving, you should do so.
It looks to me like we're going to get a period where we're not going to get that much rain, and hopefully a little wind, it'll dry out, but we'll have plenty of salt on the road, so it shouldn't be that bad.
Fazzetti says if you do have to go somewhere, take it nice and slow and give the plows and salt trucks plenty of room to operate. Clarkstown police need your help with another fatal pedestrian accident. This time, this latest one happened Wednesday night near Palisades Center. Police say a man was struck as he was crossing Route 303 in West Nyack around 8:20. Police found him lying on the right shoulder of 303 North. Officers attempted life-saving measures until Rockland paramedics and Nyack EMS arrived on scene and took over. The man was taken to Montefiore Nyack Hospital, where he was pronounced dead later that night. The victim's name is being withheld due to family notifications. Police say the driver remained on scene and did not appear to be impaired. The Clarkstown Police Detective Bureau asks anyone who may have seen anything or has video of the incident to contact them at 845-639-5840. Clarkstown Police are also working on a fatal hit-and-run from Friday in Nanuet. A former congressional candidate is looking to make a second run at Congress this fall. Mike Parietti ran 2 years ago on the Preserve Ramapo party line, but he says he's looking to get the Democratic Party nod for the 17th district this year.
The new 17th district will now have all of Rockland County, all of Sutherland County, with large parts of Orange and Westchester counties included as well. The 17th
One 9 2 dot 1 6 8 dot 1 dot 9 9.
Local said yesterday that it represents an unprecedented level of coordination between state and local government.
And we also are putting money behind those efforts in our budget of our own defenses, also to money available to localities to be able to. So our thoughts are with the individuals who are under siege today.
CNBC reported yesterday President Joe Biden will announce a new wave of sanctions against Russia in an attempt to isolate Moscow from the global economy, but reiterate the U.S. will send troops. The town of Orangetown honored the first black teacher. That was back in 1960. Arlene Clinkscale went on to become Rockland's first black female And then NIAC Superintendent of first black school superintendent in the state at a ceremony at Orangetown Town Hall. Dr. Clint Scale said Black history, American.
When I was a 31 black woman from segregated South, I did not know anyone, but I was welcomed and accepted by many. And I have enjoyed a very rewarding and professional career. Black culture is American, and black stories are essential to the ongoing story of America.
Orangetown Supervisor Teresa Kenny, the town's first female town supervisor, called meeting for the first time just as it began, and the advice she offered that day.
Make other people bad to be good leaders.
Black History Month was first celebrated during the country's bicentennial in 1976, when it was officially recognized by the president. In sports, North Rockland High School head football coach, the girl James Hickey, for 2004, takes over the reins. He succeeds the late Tom Lynch, who passed away 2 years ago from cancer. I'm Jeff Lewis with your good start. It's more news.
Now let's take a look at the road with Hudson Valley traffic.
Quite a few slick spots out there, so do be careful. We have a 35-mile-per-hour speed restriction on the Newburgh Beacon Bridge in both directions. Also slick on 199 across the Kingston-Rhinecliff Bridge, and salt trucks working on the Mid-Hudson Bridge in both directions. There is a crash moving to the shoulder in Pleasant Valley on the Taconic State Parkway southbound just after 44. Through Westchester County, we've had some trouble on the Sawmill River Parkway. There is construction taking place both ways between the Taconic and Route 120. Springbrook Parkway, a crash cleared southbound at Route 100C, and plows and sanders working now on the Bear Mountain Bridge in both directions. A car broke down on 684 southbound just after exit 6 in Katona. I'm Tom Rogers, and that's a look at your Hudson Valley traffic.
Weather for tonight, partly cloudy with the low value. For Saturday, sunny with 134 wind chill value. Saturday night, mostly with the low. For Sunday, sunny with a high near 41. For Monday, sunny with 30. For Tuesday, partly sunny. That's the weather for it.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
And the current temperature is 38.
The following program is furnished by its producer, host, and sponsors.
Welcome back, Clemaniacs. This is Kevin Thomas, and you are listening to the second hour of Clem in the PM. Here's your host, Pete Clemente.
Alrighty, we are back. 4 o'clock hour. 409. You know what it is? Formula 4. I'm sending an email. What company owns Formula 409? I mean, it was it Nabisco? Who owns Formula 409? I got to find out. I'm going to send them an email. I mean, I'm going to tell every day, Monday through Friday, I'm basically plugging you. Just send me a couple of cases of 409, all right? Let me sit here and spray it in the air while I promote you. All right, but don't worry. I'm going after the advertising, feeling good. Just a couple coming in, you know what I'm saying? And that gets the ball rolling. That's what happens. Then you can fall back on them. I'm feeling good. Yee. All right, 845-429-1700. Don't call in now. That's the number that you're not going to call right now, okay? Actually, save your calls for 7 o'clock. Bryan Avenue Bob will be taking them. Okay, 845-429-1700. The number not to call. If it is your birthday today on February 25th, I wish you a very, very, very happy, healthy, love-filled birthday. You're a year older. Don't let that. The age is just a number. It really is. It's just a number. I mean, if you're feeling old, well, do something to feel young. Go for a walk. Get your hair cut. Go work out, whatever. Get a tan. Do something. Feel good about yourself. Age is just a number. Don't let your age define you, like, because I'm old. No, you're not. You're young at heart. Okay? Happy birthday. Wise. Let a love-filled year ahead. But health first and foremost. All right, let's see who you share a birthday with here on the 25th day. Kevin obviously told you during the good. Played a lot of tunes from this man, George Harrison, well-respected musician, a part of one of the greatest bands, if not the greatest band ever, the Beatles. Had a great solo career. The great George Harrison. It is his birthday today. Woo! You know that woo. Who made that woo famous? Woo! Who's wooing that? This gentleman is considered one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time, winning 16 world championships in the NWA, the WCW, and the WWF. When he was a lifeguard, he met two brothers that would change his life forever. The Vachon brothers. Those two were wrestlers, and they introduced Ric Flair to the sport of wrestling. Yes, Oliver checking in. All hail Oliver. Mondays 420. He's giving a Ric Flair woo. Woo! I think I do it better than Ric Flair, honestly. Especially when it's Cowboy season. My woo is up there during Cowboy season. All right, here we go. 73 years young. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair. I need a robe like him. I need a Ric Flair robe. I do. Someone get me a Ric Flair robe for my birthday, March 30th, coming up. All right, punk singer John Doe. He's celebrating a big birthday. I never heard of punk singer John Doe. Versatile talent who co-founded the Los Angeles punk band X, and also has worked as an actor, most notably in the role of Jeff Parker on the sci-fi series Roswell. Kev, you watch Roswell? You know this guy John Doe?
Never heard of it.
All right. Well, neither have I. He's 69 years old today. Happy birthday, John Doe. All right, let's see. Pop singer Tony Aller. Never heard of it. Actor and singer who was introduced as Danny on the Disney Channel series As the Bell Rings. My kids used to watch that. He also became a member of the musical duo known as MKTO. No, never heard of them. Tony Aller. What song does he sing? Okay, let's see. Moving on down the list of famous birthdays. Fred Van Fleet, 28, basketball player. Happy birthday. Carrot Top. Oh, my God. Wow. Oh, my God. See, this is why advertising is critical. Because then I could hire somebody who's on time. They're like, tomorrow it's Carrot Top's birthday. What do I come in? Green clothes and an orange wig. I look like a carrot. But no, I didn't do that today. Next year, believe me, don't worry. I'm going to be on Carrot Top. Wow. Dude had some crazy, I don't know if he's like an inventor by trade, but he had some crazy things. Oh my God. Carrot Top. Whatever happened to him? Is he still Carrot Top? Is he still doing his thing? Carrot Top? How long can you be Carrot Top? Holy moly, what a career. The Carrot Top, wow. All right. Imagine that's your name, Carrot Top. Like you're in a restaurant, there's Carrot Top. That's what you've been, listen, it's better, I guess, it could be worse, right? Carrot Top. All right, that's Maria Kanellis, a wrestler, 40. Let's take a look at this. Also popular as Maria, she is a former WWE professional wrestler, model, and singer who's also been a TNA knockout. All right, no doubt. 40 years old. Happy birthday to her. Christy Mewis, soccer player, 31. Gianluigi Donnarumma, soccer player, 23. Never heard of these people, but I mean Park Jing Sung, 41, another soccer player. A lot of soccer player birthdays today. All right, let's skip the page. What national day? This is why a lot of people tune in just for this. They just want to know what national day it is. Today on February 25th, which by the way, we're almost at the end of a second month down. You hear what I'm saying? The second, we just celebrated a new year, second month under our belt. March done, March 30th, by the way, my birthday. Okay, March is the best month of the year. That'll be a quarter of the year done under our belts. Do you understand how quick time flies? Don't waste it procrastinating. Don't waste it showing people a crumbled business card talking about a vision you had, all right? You know what I'm talking about. All right. It's National Skip the Straw Day. Tonight when I go have my beer, I'm skipping the straw. Yes, I do drink beer with a straw. I do. Not. Oh, who drinks beer with a straw? Come on now. On the fourth Friday in February, the Coral Keepers ask you to consider a different way to... all right. Marvin Stone, the inventor of the first paper straw in 1888. Now I see we're back to paper straws. They're horrible. What kind of straws they serving nowadays? I want the plastic one. The big fat plastic one. They give me this straw after 2 sips. I can't even use it. Stinks. He might be shocked. All right. Let's see the straw. National Chocolate Covered Nut Day. Let's see here. National North. Thank you. Bryan Avenue Bob doing the research. Behind the scenes, Clorox makes Formula 409. Now, it seems to me that... oh, God, I got something stuck in my throat. That is Clorox, the big company, though. I think it's like Johnson & Johnson probably owns Clorox. I got to do my legwork after the show. I got to reach out to Formula 409. All right. National Chocolate Covered Nut Day on February 25th recognizes the delicious and crunchy snack drizzled, covered, dunked, or smothered in chocolate. The possibilities are endless with so many different types of nuts and chocolate combination. For thousands of years, nuts have been a staple of the human diet. The walnut was a favorite of the ancient Greeks and Romans. The things you learn here, do you understand? I'm giving you history right now. While Native Americans enjoyed they favored pecans. I'm sorry, they favored pecans. I love nuts. I'm a man of love for nuts. And when we go to It's Sugar in the mall, which we seem to frequent more often than we should, I sit there staring at the chocolate-covered nuts. I walk around in circles staring at them. You know, the chocolate-covered raisin obviously is there. They got chocolate-covered everything, but they have a variety of chocolate-covered nuts. Dark chocolate, white chocolate. I mean, obviously, regular milk chocolate. Chocolate-covered nuts. Today's chocolate-covered nut day. Have yourself some chocolate-covered nuts tonight. All right, here we go. Let's see what else we got. National Clam Chowder Day. I love clam chowder. I do. It's a toss-up. Some days I want red, some days I want white. I don't know. I like the mix. What is it called? What is the mix called? Someone know? Don't be Googling it. Someone know it or not. If you don't know it, don't worry about it. I mean, what is it called? There's a mix. It's called. Is it like Jersey clam chowder? Thank you, Bryan Avenue Bob. Going deeper. He's doing his research. He never did research in school. He's finally doing research for a radio show that no one's listening to. Procter & Gamble. All right? They make Clorox. Clorox makes Formula 409. P&G, my brother-in-law used to work for Procter & Gamble. He used to be one of their biggest distributors. They used to own, I believe they still own Sunny Delight. Maybe they sold it. I'll ask my brother-in-law. Maybe he got a contact. My ex-brother-in-law. I mean, he ain't going to answer my phone call. He's mad at me. All right, clam chowder in its simplest form is a soup or a stew containing clams or fish. The most common type of chowder includes milk or cream as well as potatoes, though the Manhattan clam chowder has tomatoes. I love clam chowder. I do. What's going beep? What is beeping in my ear? It's like beep? Beep. Somebody's sending me a message.
That sounds like Facebook.
It is. It's Brian. Every time Brian Avenue Bob sends a message, I get a beep going on it. I got Dave. How do I eliminate? Dave's coming over. I got a list for him. All right. Formula 409. What am I talking about? Formula 409. Clam chowder day. I'm sorry. Clam chowder day. I like clam chowder. I really do. I don't have a preference. Some days it just matter. Like one day I get white, next day I get red. And I might go back to back red. I might eat white clam chowder for 6 months and then all of a sudden go back to red. I don't know. It's how I feel. But I love clam chowder, one of my favorite soups. It's 4:20. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Wilbur, yes. Everybody loves Wilbur.
With local news, local traffic, and local weather, if you like local, you'll love AM 1700 WRCR and WRCR.com.
Hello, this is John Wicks. Days are getting longer and spring will soon be here. Just because it's cold outside doesn't mean your plants don't need help. Unlike us, they can't hide from the weather. At Wicks Arborists, we work year-round and are trained to look for potential problems such as dead or dangerous trees to ensure that your family is safe during winter storms. Call us at 845-354-3400 or visit us on the web at wicksarborist.com. Set up treatment programs now for your trees, shrubs, lawn, or to help control deer ticks, mosquitoes, or poison ivy. We can also help manage those pesky deer that eat your valuable plants. Contact us now before the busy spring season begins. Like us on Facebook, LinkedIn, or visit us at wicksarborist.com. Call now, 845-354-3400. Wicks Arborist, where your property is.
Hi, Lou Young here with a new type of radio reality for the new year. Every week we'll spend 2 hours together learning to recognize the profound and permanent changes taking place all around us. Listen, it's a wake-up call to action. The signs are everywhere. The solutions are between your ears and in your heart. Tough Times with Lou Young, Saturdays, WRCR, 1 to 3 p.m. Join us. I dare you.
Hi, this is Dr. Jeffrey Shannon.
And Dr. Sophia Patricus.
We invite you to join us for our show, Listen Up, Rockland, the first Monday of each month at 9:30 a.m.
If you or someone you know is always asking to repeat, has difficulty communicating in a noisy environment, or has ringing in their ears, then tune in to our show.
Do you have questions, or are you curious about how to improve your hearing? We welcome any and all questions related to patient treatment process, hearing aids, and implantable hearing technology.
Do you or someone you know experience dizziness, vertigo, feeling off balance, or have a fear of falling? If so, tune in as we can educate and help treat various balance concerns.
So join us for Listen Up Rockland, the first Monday of each month at 9:30 a.m. as we navigate all topics related to audiology, hearing, and balance with various members of our team and guest speakers.
Hudson Valley Audiology, located at 11 Medical Park Drive, Suite 205 in Pomona. Call them at 845-406-9991 or visit their website, hudsonaudiology.com.
Hi, I'm Roxanne Watson, inviting you to join us every Wednesday morning at 9:15 a.m. for Michael's Gifts, a weekly program that focuses on organ donation and patient advocacy. I will be taking your calls and share real-life stories. This show is dedicated in honor of my donor, Michael Boville, United States Coast Guard, and his amazing family. That's Michael's Gifts, every Wednesday at 9:15 a.m. Michael's Gifts is sponsored by Live On New York.
Roxanne Watson is on a mission to have more people sign up as organ, eye, and tissue donors.
Are you an organ donor?
What drives her? Roxanne received a heart transplant made possible by an organ donor.
I decided that day to devote myself to signing up the most people in the United States.
Now she's a powerful force for good.
That's my goal.
What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
Now let's take a look at the road with Hudson Valley traffic.
On the New York State Thruway, watch for delays north approaching exit 1. That off-ramp still closed for emergency repairs. 287 west after the Sawmill River Parkway, a crash on the shoulder, slow from exit 2. And a stalled vehicle cleared on 684 south just after exit 6. On the Springbrook Parkway, a stalled vehicle moving to the shoulder north by Route 100C. And on the Taconic State Parkway south by Route 9A, it's a stalled vehicle blocking the left lane. Plows and sanders still working on the Bear Mountain Bridge. Also watch for a speed restriction on the Newburgh Beacon Bridge at 35 miles per hour due to the slippery road conditions. Also slick on 199 across the Kingston-Rhinecliff Bridge. And in Goshen, an overturned vehicle on the westbound Fletcher Street overpass to Route 17. I'm Tom Rogers, and that's your Hudson Valley traffic.
Weather for tonight. Partly cloudy with a low around 17 degrees. Wind chill values between 10 and 15 degrees. For Saturday, sunny with a high near 34. Wind chill values between 10 and 20 degrees. For Saturday night, mostly clear with a low around 20 degrees. For Sunday, sunny with a high near 41. For Monday, sunny with a high near 30. And for Tuesday, partly sunny with a high near 40 degrees. That's the weather forecast. For WRCR, I'm Kevin Thomas.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
And the current temperature is 39.
All righty, we are back here in Clemville. I'm offended. I'm offended at people that get offended. That's my thing. I'm offended. I really am. People get offended at like this. We're under siege. Not us personally, but the world right now. We have divide. We have hate. We have a madman. We're under siege with so many things. This guy posted on Facebook, Pearl River Parents at Play. For those of you that aren't familiar with Facebook, it's a way of communicating on social media. It's a social media thing, all right? Most of you know what Facebook is. Pearl River Parents at Play is a page. Obviously, it's Pearl River, and a lot of the parents and people outside of Pearl River go on this page. I mean, it's got thousands and thousands and thousands of people on it. So, a gentleman posts. Let me see if I can do this. All right. I'm gonna see if I can do this. All right, get ready. Get ready. Wait, let me get my stuff together here. I'm gonna take it to the here we go. Let's take a helicopter ride. All right, we're landing now at CNN. We are now in CNN Clem News Network. Okay, we have officially landed in Clem News Network. Okay, here we go. Now let me pull up my story here. No, I'm doing good. Get ready. Get ready. You're going to love it. Here we go. Boom. All right. For those of you on Facebook and YouTube, you could see, those of you that aren't on Facebook and YouTube right now, that's okay. I'm going to explain to you. A gentleman, I'm not going to say the name. Let's just call him John Doe. He has a picture, which again, those of you on YouTube and Facebook, I believe you could see it right now, if I'm not mistaken. It's a display of beers. Guinness being one of the beers, Harp. Guinness being, primary beer here, but there's several other brands on here as well. It's a big display of beers stocked up. And on the bottom, it's mini kegs. And it looks to be a tank. Like a display, a nice display, a beer display. If I was walking in there, I probably wouldn't even have noticed there was a tank display. But if I did, I would have probably just said cool display. All right. So John Doe on February 23rd, my mom's birthday, posts, while shopping this evening in the Pearl River ShopRite, I came upon this disturbing and insensitive Guinness display fashioned like a tank. What could possibly be the intent behind such a blatantly offensive display around St. Patrick's Day? Again, I want to read this again. You have to understand the idiocy. I can't believe this guy's getting triggered by a stack of beer bottles and cans. While shopping this evening in the Pearl River ShopRite, I came upon this disturbing and insensitive Guinness display fashioned like a tank. Like kids don't play with tanks. All tanks are insensitive and obviously disturbing. But what could possibly be the intent? I don't know. Maybe a guy who's just stacking a couple of things and said, let's make a tank. But obviously there's got to be cruel intent behind everything. What could possibly be the intent behind such a blatantly offensive display? It's blatantly offensive. Let me tell you something. I'd like to interview 100 people that walked into this shopping center and walked by this thing. Yeah, hi, I'm Clem with Clem in the PM on WRCR, your home down radio station. I'd just like to get your feedback on this display right here. Yes, this beer one, right? Thank you. Okay, next. Hello, sir. Clem in the PM. That's right. Yeah, that is my pink van outside. Yes, all hail. All hail. Yep. So people start chiming in. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is what you have to do with your time? Like, this is ridiculous. So one guy says, listen, it wasn't meant to offend. You know, you really shouldn't take it like that. I mean, it's just a display. And it's back and forth. Everybody's chiming in. And then this is the world we live in. I mean, people get offended. This post is not representative of a snowflake or Karen activity. People accused him of being a snowflake. They were calling him Karen. I mean, I think those are perfect terms for this guy right here. See, Swami Tommy, a Karen is not a Republican. It don't have to be. A Karen is like this guy. He's in a supermarket. He sees it now. Oh, I'm going to post on social media. I'm offended. It's a blatant disrespect. Oh, my God. So he goes on. This post is not representative of snowflake or Karen activity. Far from it. Having grown up in a family that dedicated 25 plus years to fighting for the human rights of the Irish people, I can spot anti-sentiment from a mile away. This guy has X-ray vision. He could see things that other people can't see. You know why? Because his family fought for 25 years. So this guy has a superpower. The tank, in quotes, represents the tyranny the Irish people were subjected to by an oppressive foreign government occupying their land. In 2022, Guinness is using a painful artifact from the pages of the history of British oppression in Northern Ireland to market its products to the Irish and broader public for purchase to celebrate an Irish holiday, which is a further act of exploitation of the Irish people and anyone of Irish descent. And he goes on and on. He goes, and now here in Pearl River, community with a large Irish population, Guinness is boldly displaying this blatant attack on the Irish. And judging from many of your comments, instead of feeling revulsion, you are handing over your hard-earned dollars in response. Because most people, listen, everybody's cuckoo. We agree upon that. Everybody's crazy. We know that. Most people don't get offended by a display of beer. This guy, because his family fought 25 years, I mean, I'm sure that's an exaggeration, but even if it isn't, he has the power now to know that someone within Sarah's supermarkets, if not the whole family there, everybody in Sarah or Pearl River is blatantly creating a tank to show the oppression of Ireland. This is the type of neighbors we have. Do you understand? Like, someone's going to come home and see that you painted your fence yellow, and they're going to call the building department because your fence is yellow. Like, they're not worried that it's not their fence. They're worried that your fence is yellow and they don't like a yellow fence, although it's your fence and you pay taxes for your yard and you want a yellow fence, but they're going to call the town and complain and they're going to post about your yellow fence. This is the world we live in, and I think guys like Putin see that. He's like, oh my God, the Americans, they're weak now. They cry over display, the beer display. This is absolutely a snowflake in action. I mean, we all have sentiment to the horrible things that were done to our native lands, a lot of us. Jewish, I mean, come on, the Holocaust. So if I see like, you know, a Lego, like I'm going to go to Legoland and see a big matzah. Oh no, the oppression of Egypt. They oppressed us, made us walk through the desert. Lego is against us. Oh my God, they're oppressing the Jews, bringing back memories of when we had to eat matzah, unleavened bread. How dare they make a Lego of matzah? Because my grandfather was a Kohen. I could see from a mile away blatant anti-Semitism. This guy's getting roasted on Facebook. I mean, some people are saying, you know what, the brutality of people here on social media, this is well-deserved. I mean, yeah, this guy's it's called ganged up on. He's getting dragged. And it self-inflicted, self-deserved. Come on, man. Who cares about a display? Like I could understand if the display had pictures, like a display of something, and all of a sudden it's a big banner on the display. You know, we're against gays. You know, here in Pearl River, we're no gays allowed. That would be something quite obvious. But this guy has a crystal ball because his family, you know, probably one of his uncles served, you know, food in the deck hall to the guys fighting in the war. So now this guy has X-ray vision. He can figure out that this is anti-Irish right here. I'm going to have a Guinness tonight, just to add insult to injury. I'm going out and I'm having a Guinness, and I'm going to, if I'm in Pearl River, I might even, you know what? I think I got to go see Arthur over the weekend. I'm going to stop in there. I might buy me a case of Guinness or take a picture, a selfie. All right, let me get back to Studio 69. Let me do what I got to do here. You know, you think, look, helicopter view. You think it's easy. All right, let me go to 69. I'm back in Studio 69, and I'm off there. All right, that, my friends, on Facebook and YouTube, so you have the added benefit on being on Facebook and YouTube here. Let me move this over. Coming up to the 440, we are on the home stretch. We will turn over the mic to our friend at 6 o'clock. He makes his entry, I think, a little bit earlier than that. I'm sure he's coming in much earlier because of the bad weather. Wilson Avenue Jeff be in the studio soon. And the Doo-Wop Dream Machine for 2 hours will take you down memory lane. Great music. Funny stories. Oh, my God, these two. It's like they're in a college dorm. Having too much fun over there at WRCR. And, of course, taking your calls at 7. And like I said before, Emmy Award winner, Lou Young. You saw him during 9/11. I mean, you saw him in action. And now he's here on WRCR. I don't know how they caught this big fish, but they reeled him in to the world-renowned Clem Radio Network. Saturdays 1 to 3. He takes his Emmy Award-winning talents, and he talks about the tough times that we face. Oh, God, what are those two words? The profound, the permanent and profound changes that face us all. It's in your mind and your heart. It'll come to. But that's Lou Young. I mean, this guy, he's tackling real topics. I'm sitting here. What am I talking about? I don't even know what the hell I'm doing here. But it's radiotherapy. That's what it is. Radiotherapy 101, first hour. Radiotherapy 102 in the second hour. Thank you. But Lou Young tackling tough topics, taking your calls. I mean, you can get banned if you use words on that show. You know the words. I mean, Democrat, Republican, and several others. So be careful what you say when you call into that show, if in fact you do. So that's tomorrow, 1 to 3. Programming is key. I'm telling you, now that we're on this, we're pushing advertising. It's not easy selling WRCR. I got to commend whoever sells the advertising, whether it's Kerry or Jeff or when Steve was here, because it's not like WRCR. It's a small station. It's run by Dr. Alex. It's a small budget. It relies on advertising. So if we don't have advertising, they don't have money. So it's not a lot of things that can be done. But I do commend, yeah.
We have got Gracie on the line.
Gracie, let me take a break. Let me take a break. Let me take a break. Unless you have something really minutia to say.
Very minutia. The minutia is believe me, you make more sense and you're more fair than the guy you're just promoting. I listened to him. Lou Young?
Lou Young.
You listen to the whole.
I did. I listened to Lou Young. I'm not gonna, I'm just sending people to the show, and they can get their own opinion of Lou Young and the show.
I don't want our family to say what the hell is on. But please, everybody should at least once. At least you have opinion. You allow different opinions. He even insulted one caller. Now go to the commercial and make money.
I make money. We got some money coming in. I'm excited. We got some money coming in. We're scraping out there. WRCR. It's a tough business. I commend Dr. Alex. I don't know how he's done it for 20-something years. It ain't an easy business. I mean, radio now, it's a dying breed. But only one man can save it. Oh, and his horse. Don't worry, Wilbur. It's me and you on the big screen. Be right back.
Traffic, weather, and music you remember on AM 1700 WRCR and WRCR.com.
Welcome to WRCR 1700 on your AM dial. I am Sonia Burgos Cranage, an attorney with the law firm of Sickle and Hicks, located in Suffern, New York. I will be your host on the third Thursday of the month at 9:30 in the morning, and it will be Senior Moments with Sonia. Yes, the third Thursday, Senior Moments with Sonia. Our firm is reaching out to the senior community in Rockland County because many of the senior groups cannot interact in person with speakers. Protect yourself and protect your assets through legal documents. And I hope you join us on the third Thursday of Senior Moments with Sonia.
Hello, this is John Wicks. Days are getting longer and spring will soon be here. Just because it's cold outside doesn't mean your plants don't need help. Unlike us, they can't hide from the weather. At Wicks Arborists, we work year-round and are trained to look for potential problems such as dead or dangerous trees to ensure that your family is safe during winter storms. Call us at 845-354-3400 or visit us on the web at wicksarborist.com. Set up treatment programs now for your trees, shrubs, lawn, or to help control deer ticks, mosquitoes, or poison ivy. We can also help manage those pesky deer that eat your valuable plants. Contact us now before the busy spring season begins. Like us on Facebook, LinkedIn, or visit us at wicksarborist.com. Call now, 845-354-3400. Wicks Arborist, where your property is.
When winter storms hit, WRCR is your total information source.
Delays, postponements, and cancellations.
Frequently updated weather forecasts from our exclusive meteorologist, Mark Hannock.
Direct reports from road crews who are out there making it safe for you to travel.
They'll tell you which roads are passable or whether it's advisable to just stay put.
It's a total team effort, and we win every time.
So stay right here throughout the winter.
AM 1700 WRCR and WRCR.com.
Your total winter weather information source.
This is Clarkstown Supervisor George Homan. Please join me for my monthly show, Hometown Happenings, which airs the first Thursday of each month from 9:30 to 10 a.m. We will take your calls, we'll have special guests, and update you about what's going on around town and in the county. So please join me, Supervisor George Homan, the first Thursday of each month from 9:30 to 10 a.m. for Hometown Happenings. You'll be happy that you did.
Are you having mortgage problems? This is Naomi Stryker with Q Home Sales. I have been through many real estate markets, and this may be the one that you can walk out with money even if you are not up to date on your payments. It is important that you reach out to me to find out what we can do in your situation. Do you need to do a short sale? Is there enough money for you to start again? Is there a solution for you to stay in your home? All these questions can be answered. Please call me for a free consultation at 845-364-0007. Naomi Stryker at Q Home Sales, 845-364-0007.
Now let's take a look at the road with Hudson Valley traffic.
On the Bronx River Parkway, a crash in the left lane southbound after the Cross County Parkway. Very slow now from the Springbrook Parkway, at least a 15-minute delay. An accident on the shoulder of 287 west after exit 1, and slow on the Hutchinson River Parkway north between Boston Post Road and the Cross County Parkway. Watch for delays on the Taconic southbound after 9A. A stalled vehicle, the left lane is blocked. Slow in Rockland and Spring Valley, 59 west, Pascack Road to Dutch Lane. In Orange County and Goshen on Fletcher Street west of Route 17, it's an overturned vehicle. Watch for the ongoing construction on the Newburgh-Beacon Bridge on 84 in both directions. I'm Tom Rogers, and that's a look at your Hudson Valley traffic.
Weather. For tonight, partly cloudy with the low around 17 degrees. Wind chill values between 10 and 15 degrees. For Saturday, sunny with a high near 34. Wind chill values between 10 and 20 degrees. For Saturday night, mostly clear with a low around 20 degrees. For Sunday, sunny with a high near 41. For Monday, sunny with a high near 30. And for Tuesday, partly sunny with a high near 40 degrees. That's the weather forecast. For WRCR, I'm Kevin Thomas.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
And the current temperature is 38.
All righty, we are back here in Clemville, the final stretch. I go on Instagram. Can you answer this survey? Do you know who owns Instagram? Meta, this, that, whatever. Meta, it's Facebook. You know, dumb survey. Social media is divisive. That's the bottom line. I'm telling you that. Does social media bring us together or divide us more? I hate it brings us together because I like to feel, all lovey-dovey with people posting the pictures of their kids, their dog, their new car, their lawn, the nice, plants they're growing, whatever. But then all of a sudden you get those ding-dongs on social media that just, tear apart the fabric of love, peace, love, and understanding. Little Elvis Costello. All right, so like I said, we are on the final stretch. I got 3 stories, none related to each, none related to another. I mean, nothing really. Just 3 stories laying around. I mean, this is what I got to give you on the final stretch of the final day of another great week. All right, here we go. An ambulance worker yesterday caused a little commotion on 208, Route 208. That's a road I travel. I don't want to say often, but enough. I know the area. A private ambulance worker was seriously injured when the ambulance that he was driving continued driving while he opened the door and decided to jump out, seriously injuring himself. There was a confrontation between him and the driver of the ambulance, and this young man, whose name has not been revealed, at least in this article, felt as if the best thing he was capable of doing was jumping out of a truck going 60 miles an hour on a thruway. I can't imagine, I jump out of a car going 5 miles an hour because you're going to hit the ground and go start rolling. But 60 miles an hour, I mean, that can't be good. I'd like to think that if I get hurt and EMT come, it's people with at least somewhat of a sane mind. I mean, I know we're all crazy, but I get nervous when I think an EMT has, someone who's willing to jump out of a truck because they're upset at something going on within the truck. I mean, was he offended? About, did he see a picture of the display at ShopRite? I don't know. What would cause him? Something like that I can understand. He saw the picture of the display at ShopRite, saw a tank, and it triggered him. He jumped out of the tank. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what would cause him to do that. But let's pray for his recovery. Very, very serious, critical condition at this point, they say. And suffered internal injuries, possible broken bones. The driver of the ambulance was clearly distraught, pacing back and forth on the side of the road as the police shut down 208 and, did their investigation. I'm only making a recommendation that if you and your, there have been times my wife and I dating before, I don't think it happened while we were married, but dating a couple of times, things got heated. I just pulled over and just got out and started walking. I mean, hoping that she would beg me to come back in the car, which most of the time she did. I don't think there was more than a handful of times she just said, okay, and drove home and let me walk several hours. But that aside, I mean, it's not a good idea, really, to jump out of a moving car. I mean, stuntmen do that for a living, but I wouldn't recommend doing that. I also wouldn't recommend going into a place of business and pouring gasoline on the floor, as did Humberto Venegas. He went into a barber shop in our backyard of North Bergen here. Right? Actually, in the area in the vicinity where that gentleman jumped out of the ambulance. The EMT jumped out of the ambulance. Not too far from there. Humberto Venegas went storming in to the barber shop, yelling and pouring gasoline on the floor. Place was packed. Now, I don't know if his intent was to light the place up or just to pour gas on the floor, but instantly about 6 or 7 of the barbers bum rush him. In the article, it says a group of staff members subdued a fuming man. Actually, in the video, it looks like they assaulted, but rightfully so. I mean, they until the cops got there to save him. They were saying, where's an ambulance? They're supposed to be called for an ambulance. Hasn't showed. That was the one where the guy jumped out of, probably. All right, so this guy, he was upset. His father came home from a haircut from this place, and this guy said, who cut your hair, Stevie Wonder? And he got, he was insulted because it said his father looked silly, like a clown. So he went back storming in. Again, I wouldn't recommend this type of behavior, and I'm talking to sometimes I lose my mind, and I could see myself, doing something eerily similar to this. I mean, this isn't recommended. I don't recommend going into a place of business pouring gas. Not a good idea. He did obviously pay the price for pouring the gasoline. If you want to see that video, just put fuming man pours gasoline in barber shop, and you can see for yourself what happens there. All right, our last story of the day. Again, these are just stories that, I don't know, they come pop up. Are you a frequenter to Family Dollar? I don't go to Family Dollar. I know there's several of them in the area, but I haven't gone to Family Dollar, nor will I. If you do, I would suggest you think about going there, at least for the time being. Maybe finding another place where you do your shopping. Family Dollar is closing 405 stores after more than 1,000 rodents were found dead in a distribution facility. All right, so a lot of their packaging, a lot of the stuff comes out of this facility, shipped nationwide to their other stores. And the concern is that there was contamination of either rodent or there's actually rodents in a lot of these products. So these stores are closed, so inventory can be checked. Imagine that's your job. I mean, you're getting paid, what, $15.70 an hour to find rats in Tupperware, in like toothpaste. Go through cases of this stuff. Every rat you find, you get a bonus. That's, disgusting. But at least, hey, you know what? It's better they found it now and, they close the stores and pay someone to do that than we find it when we bring our products home. Imagine you open up something from the Family Dollar store and out comes a rat. Is that true that there was a rat in the A1? Remember that story? was like in the 80s that someone used A1 and there was a mouse in it. Is that story true? Is that like the Mikey Pop Rock story? Anybody got some sort of validation to that? Let me see this thing here. You know what? I'm going to do Bryan Avenue Bob. I'm putting you on. Now, you're our research guy here. Oh, you know what? He's probably en route. He can't drive and do research. All right. A1 rat in bottle. Let's see what pops up here. A1, was there a rat in bottle? Nothing's popping up. All right, let's see. And images for A1. Was there a rat in the bottle? Nah, I don't see nothing. Maybe it probably just like that Mikey Pop Rock story. Mikey going strong. I believe he's still alive. If I'm not mistaken, he may still be alive. But this A1 rat story, it was a story you heard growing up. I'm sure a few of you out there heard that story. Nonetheless, we traveled. We took different roads this week. We were out was it yesterday? It was yesterday. We're back. And hopefully, God willing, we'll be back Monday at 3 to give you that radiotherapy that you come to Clemville for. WRCR, your hometown radio station, asking for your support, whether it's through advertising, your business, your product, your location, whatever it may be, or frequenting the advertisers like Bryan Avenue Bob. If you hear that he's got the computer company or Rick's Club American, not only would it be appreciative for you to frequent these places, but you may have a computer company, so you don't go there, but you try out Rick's, even if it's just once, to go there and say, hey, can I talk to the manager? Just want to let you know, the place is great. Food was really good. And, we were told to come here, recommended by Bryan Avenue Bob at the Doo-Wop Dream Machine. That goes a long way for the station. It really does. So, again, everybody does their part. You got to take some pressure off Dr. Alex. Come on now. The last 2 weeks as we started our advertising push, trying to wait till the van was ready, the 10,000 watts or whatever, the internet, Fios, whatever we got done here. It helps if everybody works as a well-oiled machine, even the listening audience. When you hear Roxanne's going to be at the mall, it'd be nice if you decided to take just a few minutes of your time to stop by and say hi. And show the people that she's with that, hey, you know what? We're here to show support for the lady on the radio who's doing great things. And that goes a long way. So don't just turn on the station, AM 1700. Don't just hit WRCR.com or say, hey, Siri or Alexa, play WRCR. That's like the basic stuff. You really got to be a team player and contribute. When you go to a store, and if you have a relationship, say you've been going to a bagel store for a long time, the owner, you're going to David's Bagels, David. Hey, David, you ever think about advertising on the radio? There's a great show. There's these morning guys. You should do something like start your morning off with WRCR, Will and Jeff. Jeff and Will and, David, a bagel from David's Bagels. Mention WRCR and get a small coffee. Something like that. Whatever. So all I'm saying is this. It's a team effort here. All right? We got programming. We got listening audience. We need advertising. We need dinero, revenue. We need you to spread the word. We need you to go to these places, restaurants, whoever you're advertising. You got a hair problem? Go see Dr. Shannon. Obviously tell him that, you can't hear. I can't hear, but I heard it on WRCR. I can't hear nothing else, but I heard you on WRCR. All right? So be a team player here. I hear a lot of people always talking, oh, it's a family. There's family that, blah, blah, blah. We like to believe it is. But you got to be a team player. I know like when, Santa Claus. It won't be long before Santa Claus comes back. All right? Santa, oh, ho, ho. But I was really happy to see the listeners, some of the listeners from WRCR, even ones that I didn't expect, to show me that, hey, we're listening and we're supporting the station. All right, so be a team player. That being said, Clemaniacs, we are at the end of the road. Sad, but it gives us something to look forward to. Monday, 3 o'clock, God willing, I will be here. Have a great weekend. Spread all the love. All the love. I mean, really, overdose on spreading that love. And let's pray for the people in Ukraine. Let's pray for the people in Russia. A lot of them don't want this, and they're agonizing too. Let's pray for everybody, and let's tune into that doo-wop dream machine. Lou Young, tomorrow, 1 to 3. All the love, and adios, Clemigos.